today I'm continuing my electrical gremlins hunting because what I've discovered is I have two-ish issues. And I say ish because they're not really that severe, but they could be issues that I need to kind of address. And unfortunately, they all involve starting through the interior. So, first issue is this light up here doesn't work, doesn't appear to be connected to anything. I think the wiring for this is hidden somewhere. So this all needs to come out, which is not going to be fun because this also needs gluing back properly in a few different places. So the headliner has to come out. Not really looking forward to that. The other issue is the handbrake is on, but when I turn the ignition on, the handbrake light flashes up like it's on, then goes off, which means the handbrake switch is probably disconnected underneath here, and I'm also missing the cigarette lighter wiring, all in the center console, which means the carpet has to come up. Now, I'm just going to address one of those issues for today. I'm going to start trying to trace out and remove this headliner because the sunroof works, so that's an easy one to kind of pull through and start chasing wires back because I'm hoping it's going to be visible just being disconnected somewhere along one of these pillars, but I don't know which one. So to aid that, I'm going to take the rear seats out because that gives me a bit more clearance room, and then I'm going to start figuring out how to take out this sun visor. But the first job is to unscrew this, see where that fits, put a bit of tape there, just so I know that when I do find the wiring, I can say it needs to come out at this point, just so when I put this back up, if it's loose slightly, I don't lose the wire down here, which is what I think he's probably done. Probably lost the wire somewhere around here when he's put the headliner back in after being on the track, and that wire is just rattling around somewhere. So let's get that looked at first. I believe it's just a little flathead pipe. That clips out. And then there are two screws holding the plastic housing in. Phillips that. And then this whole assembly just comes out. So that's what makes me think it's not connected to anything, because there's some connector there. I reckon is lost up the top. Now, plastic shielding is just kind of floating. But there is a point. I don't think I'll need to mark it actually. There is a nice central point where it looks like you can see the wiring is supposed to come through to. So as long as you line that up, it should be okay. So out of interest, can't see it. So right, what I'll do is I'll put the pause on it for now, take the back seats out, and we shall see what we discover. Continuing the wiring, I've got into the boot and I found this one little wire here, which if it's disconnected is causing me an alarm fault and causing a battery drain and everything else. So I've put a little connector on that, and now I've got it going to earth correctly, and now I can lock the car and my alarm isn't going off, which is great news. But the boot's seats are out. Sorry, for those that aren't aware, to get the back part of the seat out, it's just a simple lift up and it pulls out. To get the back parts of the seats out, you have to see this little rocker. You have to take this from this position all the way up, which frees it up here, lift up one side, rotate it because the back seat's keyed, and then it'll slot out, and you can just do the same for the other side. So it is a really quick, easy job. So to get to the central wiring head, as I pointed out earlier, I had to remove the head lining, and then I started to chase along here. I removed this in case it dropped down underneath here, but it hadn't, but I could see points along the top here where it looked like there had been wiring. There are obviously wires coming out here for the mirrors and the mirror lights, and you can see here the wiring for the clock, the mirror. And what I've done is I found that along here there was a bend back where 4 wires were bent back and fed down this pillar and into the dash. After routing through the dash, removing the entire glove box assembly, I now have a working central light. So I just have to reconnect all of that back up And that was a lot of work just to get a central light back in. But that's one of my two kind of weird electrical things sorted. I have discovered what's causing my handbrake issue. This little cable here plugs into this switch. Now this switch, when I got to it, this tab here was pulled out. Now to test it, I put this connection here to earth on the handbrake, and my light came on the dash correctly. So what that means is I need a new one of these switches. I tried to repair it by shoving this back inside, by bending a few things. You can see I cut my thumb, but that's not working. So I'll have to order a new one of these, which means I'm kind of stuck now on the handbrake. But that means my handbrake lights are going to be working and indicating. I've got my light fitting ready to go up here. You can see the cable dangling down. So that's all pretty good. And I think what I'm doing is just going to pack it away and call it a stop there until I get this new switch. All right, it's another day. I'm back, but I have done a couple of good jobs. Last time I was in here, the electrics were all being stripped out. I found the center light cabling stuffed down the front. So I found that center light cabling there, which runs all the way down there and down there. That was all stuffed under the dash here, so that is out. My other electrical gremlin is this switch set here. What I've discovered is I've been driving around and playing with stuff in daylight. They've all been working correctly. However, the other night I had the lights on and tried to use any of my switches here, and they didn't work. So what I've done is I've just gone out, bought a new switch panel, replaced it, and everything's hunky-dory there. Now, before I put everything back in here, I've got this hole where my stereo should be, and this car did come with an aftermarket stereo ready to be fitted, which you'll see down here. So it's got an adapter loom, rings for the speakers. It's a, I want to say eBay special, but smartphone compatible stereo. It works. So what I've just done is I've just put up the wiring loom there, connected that up, power works through. So I've got a frame that should allow me to mount it here. So I'll have to find some frame that allows me to mount it here. I shall get that connected because that means I can put the center columns back in, and then I can move on to the door panels and fit the speakers there. And I'll have a look at the tweeters on this side there, which you can't see in focus there. See if I can get them fitted, which allows me to finally fit this door panel properly so that everything now shuts properly, because then that door panel will be sorted. I've already sorted this door panel, and the only issue is this speaker grill down here is a bit knackered, but I do have in it the speakers. I still also, if on the subject of stereos, have to do around the back here because I've bought some replacement rear speakers, which you can see just physically magnetized to the side of the car, but I don't have the correct mounting bolts, so I've got some bolts on order for that, which allow me to refit the rear panels. So for now, let's see if I can get the stereo connected up and mounted. Should be a case of just wiring it through and slotting it in and trying to find some screws. So let's see how that gets on. To get this fascia trim on, you have to remove this piece by just peeling back one of each side, sliding that off, putting the fascia trim in between, so this fascia trim allows it to mount onto the lining holes here and screw in there. And you can see, once that's in, this trim lines up nicely so you can screw those holes in. Pops in place there with the mounting, so it keeps the alignment sorted. And now all I've got to do is find some nice small screws just to go into there. So I'll have a root through my screw pile and see what I've got. Okay, I've found some screws that work. I've tested everything. I've got some sound coming out my temporary speaker and just connected up there. So what I have to do now is strip off the door cards, fit in my little spacer here, and fit in these speakers. I wish that the guy just bought original BMW mini speakers. It made my life much easier. But let's do that next. So come on inside, door panels off. I've had to create a little adapter to test these out. They're all now working, so the next thing is try and get this ring in place so I can put the speaker inside this ring And then that's this door done. Okay, and that's now all in place. The speaker's connected up, it's screwed into the plastic housing, and the plastic housing is screwed in. I can't fit the tweeter because unfortunately the previous owner's cut the plastic here. All I need to do is now just pop on the door card. Okay, so that's that door card fitted. This door card's not as bad as the other side, but the problem is I will have to get into this again because the door just swings shut. So you'll see, I believe it's this piece here is the door close mechanism that needs to be replaced because it's got some plastic bits on the inside. So it just swings shut at the moment. But now, that's at least sorted. Right, and as you can see, the postman turned up, managed to get my clips in the rear here. And I've done both sides now, this is the second side. I just got to put the panel back on because you've got to take the whole side panel off just to get here. That gives me 4 speakers now in this car working. So I think that's the last of my electrical problems, or my electrical jobs for the short term. Okay, I feel like I've accomplished quite a bit today, so I'm going to stop it here because heat's getting to me, and I've reached a point where I need to do the headliner. So I'm just going to walk around and show you what I've got done so far. So we now have no lights on the dash. I put my ADB2 reader in there, and I cleared out my ABS sensor light and the airbag light that triggered because I disconnected the airbag. And I have a working handbrake light over there, and the handbrake is all back together. The center console is all back in, along with my new stereo. I have speakers on the left and the right, but no tweeters. I've still got to put in the glove box, which I am thinking about sourcing and see if I can find just a glove box shelf, because I don't find the glove box particularly useful. In the rear, the side panels are back on both sides, and there are now working rear speakers there. I put in all the pillars and secured them with all the trims. I put in all the side trims at the foot here, so they're all in, which means as soon as I sort out my roof lining, which is coming away, I can put the roof lining back in, and I have a running, driving car. Well, I say running and driving car, it does run, drive, everything now. The roof lining is just to make my life nicer. I could put back the shit one that's in there, but I got some fabric on order. The other thing I've got on order are 2 front springs, because I scrape a lot, because this came with lowered springs, and my roads around here are awful, so I've already placed the springs in the back. They came, done that. I've got to do the ones in the front, and then I can drive around to my heart's content. But I can... there's no lights on the dash, there's no electrical gremlins. I think I'm in a good place. Liner's next, so I'll probably try and set aside an afternoon to get that glued out. I've also got some sound deadening I want to do around the back. I'm doing a rear seat delete, I think. But for now, I'm feeling quite accomplished. I think I'll just get everything put back, put away, and I'll call it here for today. Alright, if anyone's got any suggestions or things that they notice that I've missed, and this is a bit of a eclectic mix of things, but we've fixed out most of my electrical issues. I actually don't think I mentioned the weird lighting switch prior to starting this video, because that was discovered halfway through, and the lights I had on the dash were for the traction control and the airbag. The airbag because obviously I disconnected it when I was playing around with some wiring, and the traction control has been on since the day I got it. I think that was because at some point there was an ABS sensor fault, because I've got an ABS sensor receipt in my stack of receipts, and I don't think he had the right code ready to clear it. So I've cleared that. Haven't gone for a drive yet though, so it may just reactivate. All in all, really happy with this. I might actually start doing some pretty mods while I wait for my headliner and glue to turn up. But for now, everything's back together. The trims are now back in place, mostly, and I'm quite pleased. All right, thanks very much.